It used to be cute to see Leonardo Dicaprio out and about with the latest model of the moment. It used to be cool to see Leo out frolicking with his posse and the hottest Victoria's Secret model of the year. But now, in the year of our Lord 2023, it's giving lukewarm. It's giving robbing the cradle. It's giving Jack Nicholson in the 90s. It's giving desperation. And why, dear monsters, do you ask? Because Leonardo DiCaprio is no longer the young leading man, the Hollywood upstart with his future ahead of him, Oscars for the taking and accolades and millions of dollars beyond his wildest dreams. Been there, done that. Now, Leonardo DiCaprio is middle-aged and fast approaching 50 years old. But the women he has been dating the last 25 years are rarely over 25. What's going on here? Is it stunted growth? Is Leo incapable of dating anyone born last century? Is Leonardo scared of commitment? Fashion monsters, we are sure you've been asking yourselves the very same question. So today we are going to get to the bottom of it, once and for all. What is Leo's obsession with models? Furthermore, he treats young women like they're expendable and has a pattern of first dating them when they're 19 to 21 and breaking up with them when they reach 25. And only about 3 women have made it to 25. He usually only dates them for 1 year maximum. Last year, Leo raised eyebrows when he got caught dating that old maid, Gigi Hadid, who was 27 at the time. Many thought he'd changed his himbo ways and was ready to date a more mature woman. They were wrong, because Leo is now back to his old antics again, and his current model of the moment can be seen sharing the catwalk with none other than Gigi this fashion week. Her name is Vittoria Ceretti.
Hi, this is Vittoria Ceretti.
But honestly, by the time we finish this story, he may have moved on to the next. With Leo, these women expire quicker than the milk he bought last week. But how did all this start, you may ask? It's been more than 2 decades now that Leo has been up to his posse ways. Leo began dating models all the way back in 1994 with Bridget Hall, and it didn't take long before it became the one big trend for the actor. Blame Titanic. With the success of that movie, young Leo had literally billions of girls lusting after him, dreaming about him, fantasizing about marrying him one day when they were maybe 30 years old. The problem with all that? Leonardo DiCaprio is not trying to date a 30-year-old. Oh, no. Even back then, Leo was only after young women barely old enough to vote or drive a car. And fast forward to more than 20 years later, and not a damn thing has changed. Now, just who has Leonardo DiCaprio dated over the years? Well, our videos are only about 10 minutes long, monsters, so there is only so many we can cover. But for the sake of brevity, we will include just a few of the hits that Leo has fired at over the years. Are you ready to take a walk down himbo lane? Okay, monsters, let's go. Gigi Hadid. In 2022, and according to sources that know both of them, Leo had seen Gigi around so often while looking at other women on the catwalk, he finally thought, why not with Gigi? Well, there was no spark no matter how hard they tried, but let's face it, monsters. At 27 years of age at the time they were dating, did Gigi really stand a chance? She was already an old maid compared to the other models he's dated over the years. Next, Camilla Morrone. The model was only 19 years old when Leo latched onto her, and to the astonishment of half the world, the two were rumored to be together until, you guessed it, Camilla turned 25 in 2022. It was nice knowing you, Camilla. Next up on the DiCaprio timeline, Nina Agdal. The Oscar winner started dating the Danish model when she was 24 in 2016, so of course she didn't even last the year. The two were together for about 4 months before Leo sent Nina her walking papers, and then Nina strutted away. And before her, a pop starlet managed to finagle her way in. Enter Rihanna. And although the billionaire chanteuse may not be a model, she is model adjacent. And surely Leo spotted the Caribbean beauty at one of the many fashion shows he is rumored to frequent. In 2015, the two were spotted in Paris and were on and off until at least 2017, according to reports. This was a totally blink and you missed it romance. But then again, aren't most of Leo's? Before Rihanna, there was, guess what? Another model. Toni Garron. Now, if you've never heard of her, it's because she quietly dated Leo for about 18 months, eventually splitting up in December of 2014. The leggy German got dumped by Leo, but she did marry actor Alex Pettyfer a few years later, and Pettyfer could be considered the poor man's Leo. Leo had his hands full with Brazilian model Kat Torres. The gorgeous blonde met Leo in Cannes and began dating him in October of 2013. But Kat committed the ultimate crime in DiCaprio's rulebook when she leaked to the press that they were dating. Quicker than you could say "Bom dia," Kat was out the door. Bye-bye, baby! Before that, Leo had been seen canoodling with Australian model Miranda Kerr. Fresh off her divorce from actor Orlando Bloom, DiCaprio swooped in and attempted to cheer up the bombshell brunette. They met in Vegas, and apparently what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, because neither party really confirmed their hookups before Leonardo was on to his next target. Before Miranda, another Victoria's Secret model caught Leo's eye. None other than Erin Heatherton.
Hey, I'm Erin Heatherton.
For 10 months in 2012, Heatherton was the apple of Leo's eye, and they were seen all over the world together. Once they split, the official explanation for the breakup was crazy schedules. Okay. Then there was Blake Lively. Leo took a mini break from models by latching onto actress Blake Lively, and the two managed to last half of 2011 before parting ways. While she went on to marry actor Ryan Reynolds, we all know what Leo went on to do. More models. The relationship before Blake Lively that lasted for more than a minute? Bar Raffaelli. The stunning Israeli model managed to lock Leo up for 5 years beginning in 2005. She even lasted long enough to meet his parents, but all good things must come to an end. And in 2010, Leo and Bar parted ways, and she went on to marry a millionaire and pop out 2 kids. But before Bar, Leo had really raised the bar because he was dating none other than Gisele Bündchen. Before Tom Brady, Gisele was synced up with Leonardo DiCaprio for 5 years, and many thought the two would eventually get hitched. They seemed compatible enough, even sharing a love for the environment. But in the end, nothing could keep Leo from his true pussy-posse ways. And in 2005, Gisele catwalked out of Leo's life for good, although according to reports, the two remain very good friends. And now let's gather up the rest of the models that Leo dated around the peak of his Titanic success, for there were many. They include Czech supermodel Eva Hertzigova. According to reports, Leo dated Eva while she was still married to Bon Jovi drummer Tico Torres. Look at Leo at the peak of his himbo powers, luring women out of their marriages with thirst traps. And before that, Naomi Campbell. Yes, Leo and the leggy Brit shared some intimate time together back in the day, but now the two can sometimes be seen sharing yachts around the world. Then there was Liv Tyler, the daughter of rocker Steven Tyler. Liv is the model actress that had Leo under her spell for a hot minute before she moved on and he moved away. Then there was Helena Christensen. The Danish beauty also was spotted with Leo around the time of his Titanic fame, and although it was fleeting, it did happen. And let's not forget Amber Valletta. Reportedly, Leo saw a photo of her in a magazine and had his agents track her down. The two met and immediately began dating. And then there was Kristen Zhang. Leo took her to the premiere of his film Romeo and Juliet, and they managed to date for nearly a year until he moved on in 1997. Which brings us back to Bridget Hall, and now we've come full circle on Leo's himbo orbit. So there you have it, monsters. The complete yet incomplete list of all the models that Leo has fancied and fawned over for the past 20 plus years. Can you see a pattern with the Oscar winner? We surely can. But you know what? We don't expect anything to change anytime soon. Leonardo Dicaprio has managed to snag models for the past 30 years, and there seems to be no slowing down for this founding member of the Pussy Posse. Which of these models did you most like Leo with? Were there any that you expected him to marry? Do you believe Leo will ever marry anyone? Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for joining us today, monsters. It was a wild roller coaster ride, recounting all the models Leo has dated over the years. But someone had to do it. Until the next time, stay stylish. And remember, from great runways to grand reveals, the monstery is where fashion lives. Ciao for now!